should have came up with a name. But
I don't got.
That boy lost for words.
Mm-mm.
All right. So okay. So we're just doing the chapter reviews, right?
Basically, we're not gonna review the arc in total. I want to review the arc
At the end.
And be like, okay, like I'm gonna give my opinion on the arc. But right now, from what we got, from what we got, I'm gonna give this arc right now like an 8 out of 10. Like this shit has been phenomenal. Like an 8.5, 9 out of 10 for what the series is so far.
I would definitely say this is probably my favorite arc.
Right.
I liked the movie arc, but the movie arc was kind of like a slow burn. And then when we do get the best part of the arc was obviously when she had asked well, not the dude had asked her, like, what does it mean when you not like somebody?
Mm-hmm. And then she was like, I guess that means you like them.
Right. So then I was like, okay, so at least we got that clarification. But like in this arc right here, like everybody's kind of getting some character development, and I'm waiting for everybody for shit to hit the fan. Because
it's getting to that point, especially after this chapter, because I've come to the conclusion ain't nothing making sense with that girl mommy. At this point I give up. Boy. Like I can't. Like I made my theories. I'm already on the side of like maybe she just don't. I'm at this point where I think she don't fuck with Shizuru like at all. After reading like how them like, cause she has a hidden like what was it, like a private Twitter or something like that. So she posts like
hate
how she's like basically hate. Talk about like I'm such a good girl. I did this and this. Right. It's like I actually told her like it's like. And then she said, like, I really am a good girl for not snapping on these crazies around me.
Yeah,
and I'm sitting here I was like, what?
Yeah, and I was sitting up there like, bro, because, like, when she corners her in the bathroom in 209, or is it 208? I think it's 208. When she corners her in the bathroom, and she's like, yo, this shit ends today, pretty much, right? And she's like, I'm trying to save you. And then she says like a whole lot of like crazy stuff about Kazuya. So like, as you know, like my last thing that I had told you was like, I'm thinking she's trying to get the master plan on how to get back with him. But then the dialogue we've gotten in the past 3 chapters, like it just really made me totally do a 180. Cause I'm like she's saying some hurtful shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
She getting real spicy. Like she was like kind of like violating mans for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if he were to hear anything that she had said about him, that nigga would like break the fuck down, because it's like I'm not sure entirely. I kind of feel Shizuru on this one, because last chapter it pissed me off when she kept thinking about it, but I kind of feel Shizuru on this. I feel like he still has like unrequited like I think that's the term, like feelings for mommy that haven't been completely solved yet, because like they kind of just broke up. He wasn't really given a reason why they broke up. And then like I remember at the very beginning of the story, like at that little party that they had, like that little meeting party, she was kind of like, oh well, I kind of broke up with him because he's like, he does this and this. And it's like little minor things that people break up for other people with. And so he was just thinking like, oh, it's like, you know, he was kind of like hurt. But like if he heard how she like thinks this nigga's a monster, like all he thought about was this, that, and the third, it's like he needs to be stopped. And I'm like, is she only saying, now I'm at the point it was like, if he heard it, yeah, he will be hurt. But is she only saying that kind of shit to get a reaction out of Chizuru? Like, is she trying to say hurtful things about him to get her to like pop off?
And that's the thing about it with me, because at first, when she first finds out, it was both of them. Then you don't really get a clear description on where her hate is like aimed now. And I just assumed, this is me assuming off what I read, that it's all on Chizuru. You feel what I'm saying? And now it's like, I'm looking at it like, this arc has made me like think like, okay, is it she just wants Kazuya to be alone? Like no friends, no girlfriend, no nothing? Because like she's trying to turn everybody against him. You know what I'm saying? And then she's like doing it behind the fact that, oh, I love his grandma too much. Bitch, you known her 2 months. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then it's like, oh, well, I fuck with you, but you didn't, like, when you first found out about it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like nothing she's saying is making sense.
And like what also threw me for a fucking loop this chapter 2 was the grandma saying, I need to talk with you, and sent that message directly to mommy.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here like, I'm so confused with the grandma right now, because I'm like, she's not stupid, but every single time I feel like it's a situation of, oh, she gonna spill the beans, she does something completely different from what I expect. Like this chapter, she says, thank you for the for your 21 years of existing. Like she literally just thanked Kazuya for being alive. You know what I'm saying? Because
she doubted him so much, because he was like, she wants him to be the head of the family, right? Because like his dad is always, well, in this manga is looked at as like a strong figure. You know what I'm saying? Like he commands the most respect, and she's like, he's the head of this family. You're the heir apparent. You need to start acting like it. And you, at the rate you're going, she was so scared that he wouldn't be able to find anybody to bring her those grandchildren she wants to see before she leaves, right? So she's thanking him like, yo, for these 21 years of like, she's saying, I was wrong about you, which in his mind, he's like, no, you actually wasn't. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, so now it's even more pressure, cause that's the writer added more pressure, because now you got Chizuru, like, dude, we need to do something. But now you're wondering, cause he's thinking about that, like, well, what was that about? Mommy's like, yo, the beans is up. Ruka is like, yo, I'm his real chick, even though she's not. The friend is looking at her like, I really want to be with you. Kiba is just like,
Kiba just there, like,
you know what I'm saying? Like he
was like, nigga, I'm just here. I don't know what the fuck going on, nigga. I'm in Hawaii, bro. I'm chilling right now. Like that's what Kiba is. Like everybody, all this shit happening. Like if anything, Kiba is that one nigga that's actually completely out the loop entirely with everything, because he don't know about the rental girlfriend thing with Ruka. He don't know about the rental girlfriend thing with Chizuru. He don't know about mommy. He don't know about the grand family and stuff like that. Yeah. He don't know nothing. That nigga just like, I'm chilling.
Yeah,
you know,
like, I'm just here.
And honestly,
so like,
grandma lucky.
He is. But I think him and grandma are going to be the most hurt. Like, I think, like,
I can see the grandma being hurt, but I can see him being the most pivotal in, like, because I can really see, like, all of this blowing up, and he be the one nigga to be like, Kazuya, like, bro, you just want to man the fuck up or something like that. Because that's what he's done all
tough
the time.
Love.
In every, pretty much, like, in every single situation when Kazuya has, like, doubted himself, and he couldn't figure something out, he had somebody from one of these arcs give him, like, some kind of reinforcement and stuff like that. Nobody else in this arc can give him that reinforcement outside of Kiba. Because think about it, when he was feeling down on the rental girlfriend thing and needed help with Chizuru, Sumi was there. When he needed more help about the movie thing and stuff like that, his neighbor was there. Right. Then at the very beginning, it was Kiba. Right. So now in this new arc, nobody, his mom, his dad, his grandmother, especially those three, gonna be real fucked up about when they find out the truth and stuff like that. Right. Mommy gonna do some fuck nigga shit. Rat dude is so focused right now on the whole thing with Ruka, and I think from what I'm seeing right now, I think Rat nigga gonna be the one to spill the beans first. And the reason why I'm saying that is because he's still out the loop of what Ruka's like. He's thinking like, why is Ruka here? Like he's thinking, oh, they're just friends. What do you think he gonna do Ruka?
Nigga, look, when he find out that them two are actually dating, and that shit is going to crush him, and he's a pillar in this that many people that read this may not understand, because at any given moment his jealousy could pull the rug from under people, and that's what this is all about, because mommy is just as jealous too. You know what I'm saying? As much as she doesn't want to admit it, she's hurt right now. So back to your earlier point, like this trip is just full of miscommunication of their feelings, because grandma's miscommunicating her feelings by being oblivious to what's going on around her. So mommy is being oblivious to the fact that, okay, it's okay to be jealous. Like, you thought that he wasn't going to be able to find anybody, and when she thought it was fake, it was okay. Then when she started picking up on the hints that this shit may be real, or at least she knows it's real from Kazuya's side, but she's looking at her like, yo, he's a joke to you like he was to me, right? Oh, okay, ha ha ha, well then we'll get rid of him. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I think it is? You know what I think it is? And this is like the craziest thing about it to me is I don't think she doesn't care. I think she cares so little about if Kazuya gets with somebody else. I don't think she cares about that. What I think it is that she just doesn't want him to get with Chizuru. Like, specifically just Chizuru.
Yeah.
She don't want them to get together. And like now I'm thinking about other past chapters and stuff like that. Wasn't there a point at one point where people were like, "Oh my God, Chizuru is so fucking pretty," and then somebody made an off comment that she was prettier than mommy?
Yeah, cause like what it was it was something along the lines of like he didn't downgrade, like cause it was like mommy at the time, especially in their group of friends, was the prettiest and the smartest. Then she breaks it off with Kazuya, and then she's thinking that he's gonna be. Well, she's like, "No, we can stay friends." Like it was like a weird breakup, but she was as cordial as possible as she could have been with it. Now I'll give her credit for that, right? And then like after that, she's just thinking like, okay, well, he's just gonna be here. We still have the same group of friends, but nothing's really gonna change with me. It's his problem to deal with, right? Then in come these two into the dinner that they were having, or when they went to lunch, and so now she's like, damn, we just broke up the other day, and you already with shorty, like, you know what I'm saying? So then somebody was like, yo, like, now it's somebody that's just as pretty and smart, if not excelling in both categories ahead. Because if you think about it, like, we don't really fucking know Mamie's talents outside of being
pretty.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's it. And conniving.
Or some, like, she thinks of herself as like a good girl, like she's like she says, like, because these messages in this chapter, she was like, I'm a good girl this, I'm a good girl that,
right?
I'm doing what a good. I'm sitting here like, oh, she must have had some fucked up shit happen to her in her life for her to be like this. Like it's like the image of being the best has to be her, right?
Right.
And it's like, so I'm thinking like Chizuru is the challenge to that best. So when she was like, if I could fuck up their relationship and Ruka comes into the picture, wouldn't it be cool if Ruka comes into the picture? Because I don't think she thinks Ruka is better than her. You know what I mean?
I don't think she does. Like I think like she doesn't see her as a threat. There's no, because she doesn't treat Ruka the same. Like she talks to Ruka like she's stupid, but like she talks to everybody like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the only kind of like form of disrespect that you can really even connect between those two as far as that goes. So she's just like, dude, you know what, like or you know what, maybe we looking at it the wrong angle. She could just be like, I'm gonna let you have them because you're the only one expressing that you want them. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Because if you think about it, like with her, she's already expressed like, dude's a creep, he's a horn dog, like all he thinks about is sex, my body, like he's overzealous, like all that stuff like that. Okay, Chizuru, do you like him? You need to tell me right now before we go through with this plan of ruining this lie that y'all got going on. And Chizuru's like, oh nah, he's just a friend, he's just a client, he's just this. Okay, well then I'm gonna help you ruin him. Okay, well Ruka, what about you? Oh, I love him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so she's probably just like, well, fuck it. Like, you know, because at that point, like, there's nothing to ruin between those two. Because she already knows that Kazuya doesn't feel the same way about her, but she feels the same way about him. So it's like, there's no conflict in her mind with that. There's nothing that she can take advantage of other than trying to get them to be together. So I'm thinking that's why she treats Ruka the same. But see, the reason why she doesn't like Chizuru is because Chizuru has big dreams. She wants to be an actress, right? Already done made a movie before she was like 21 or some shit like that. Okay, the movie was a success. I mean, it wasn't globally success, but it was a success for what?
For like a starting project.
Right, you feel what I'm saying? So now she sees that she's pretty, and she's dating her ex. It's just like, Because she said she was just like, bro, I don't like the way you move. Like, she told Chizuru that. She was just like, the whole, dating and getting clients thing, like, she was just like, I don't like it, like, one bit. And then I remember back when the anime ended, which was like one of the chapters when they talked on the bridge, and she was just like, and she didn't know Kazuya was listening. She was like, give Kazuya another chance. So I think Chizuru can see something in Mami that she doesn't see, that she still cares about Kazuya too. Because she was like, mind your own business. And then she walked off. She was like, you're annoying. Now with these 209 and 208 and 210, I'm not so fucking sure that like that's the case. Because it's like, if I'm thinking like if Mami really wanted him back, there's no point. Like yes, it would be some fight now. Because now his emotions is just so wired into being with her that he doesn't care about anybody else. But if you were to tell me to go to Vegas and put a bet down that if Mami wanted to be like, hey, I'm sorry, I want you back, that nigga wouldn't at least think about it.
No, he would definitely.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Because I mean, think about it. Because from the chapter before, when this is again why Chizuru is having doubts about her own emotions. Because think about it. She's like, do you still like Mami? But she didn't ask him. She was like basically just saying it to the world, stuff like that. Because every single time she brings up Mami, it's always like, oh, I have no problems with her. I still think she's a lovely person.
Right.
But she don't know that nigga he's really ready to move on.
Yeah.
But it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's just that like the way he words it every single time he talks about Mami is that like he still is fascinated with her in some regard.
Which is kind of whack, because it's like the way that she's asking him is like, what is he supposed to say?
It puts him in situations
yeah,
where like that.
Like, cause he was like, okay, okay, cause, and then it's unfair for two reasons. One, because to show that you really moved on from somebody, yeah, forgive, but don't forget mentality. But at the same time, like, he can forgive her and not forget what she did. So he probably gave her that forgiveness. But at first, he was probably so upset about how abrupt and no reason for what she did. And then the thing at the dinner where she's ousting him in front of everybody, like talking about like his addictions and all that, like, you know what I'm saying? She's like, oh, he was like a chronic masturbate, like all that stuff like that, like she was saying.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that shit violate. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, you really sat here and violated old man's in front of all these people, stuff like that. Now she gets away with doing shit like that too, because it's like, oh my god, Mami, you're so fucking like cute and stuff like.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's so hilarious, stuff like that. That nigga over here like, you know what I'm saying? At the beginning of the series, I was like, yeah, he was kind of forced to be like, I got a rental girlfriend.
Right.
Or like more like I got a new girlfriend.
Right.
Nobody gonna know it's a rental, but you know what I mean? Like, it's like he was put on blast. His emotions are all over the fucking place. He was like, I gotta just show I'm not no bitch. Right. Or something. So that's how this whole story started. Yeah. And now it went from it's teetering from the whole thing of like, I'm just doing this to prove a point to I actually like this girl. And like Chizuru's case is like, oh, I didn't like this dude. I actually do like this dude. In Mami's case, is like, I was trying to clown him. Now I want to destroy him. Like, that's basically
it's like, how the fuck did we get here? You know what I'm saying?
It's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, cause it's just like she just wants, like, she just does, like, my mindset is she just doesn't want Chizuru and him to be together. And then like, but then I'm like sitting here, it's like, okay, but like, do you still have lingering feelings for this dude? Cause you do like little shiesty things and say little things that make me think that you really, really like him, or like you still have some attachment to him. Because when again, that bridge scene when she was like, bro, give him another chance, and she was like, mind your business about that. And it was never explicitly said why she really, like, it could be the petty reasons that she stated at the very beginning. It could be, or there could be a deeper reason. Because again, you had that theory about maybe she's in an arranged marriage.
Yep, I still think that's the case, bro. That's the only thing that would make sense, because it's like, who is this dude she keep talking to? You know what I'm saying? Or supposed to, the parents want her to meet. And then it's like, now I have to go back and read the manga and then the anime and see the translations. But like from what I'm understanding, like when she told him that, she was like, shit, what did she say? I'm in love with somebody else. Like, you know what I'm saying? She did tell him that. So it's like, she was like, or she either said I'm in love with somebody else or I found somebody else. I don't remember because it was so far long ago. But like, and when I first heard that, I was like, oh, okay, that's just one of those get this nigga out the picture type thing. So now that was taken care of, you know, she can go on about it. But her little brother keeps coming in. Well, he's here to see you. He's here to see you. You got to talk to him sometime. And she's like, get out. I'm not seeing anybody. So that's my theory. But back to, like, what is he supposed to say about her? Like, if you asked him after that dinner how he felt about her, you would have got a negative answer.
Right.
But after they spoke multiple times and she said, oh, you know, you do you, everything is cool, you know what I'm saying? Like, then of course he's gonna be like, I wish her nothing but the best. Like, what else is he supposed to say, because he doesn't have all the knowledge? Especially now, like, Chizuru has more knowledge about her than he does. So it's like, of course he's gonna be in a conundrum where he doesn't know, you know, what his feelings are for her. But Chizuru's playing around with fire, trying to do this fucking experiment with it, because she needs to be caring about herself.
She needs to cut this shit in the bud, like, quickly. And like, she at first was like, oh, I'm gonna tell Kazuya and stuff like that. But again, I have to give her the benefit of the doubt. If that nigga knows the entire situation, that nigga gonna be hurt.
Right.
Just gonna keep it as that. And she cares about him to the point where she doesn't want to hurt him at all. So she's trying to handle it on her own, which is like admirable in a way, but at the same time, it's going to create more issues. It's going to create more issues.
And it already is, because literally in 209, at the end of 209, she's like, in one of the panels, I'm reading it right now, she's like, if I told you about what happened that day, the plan might change. We might even be able to work together to stop Mami-san, but I'm sure if I did, you'd be terribly hurt. So you're right. She's worried about his emotions over her own, but the goal right now should be in stopping that bitch. Like, not whether... Because her thing is, she keeps going back to... remember when she came out, like, in her disguise, because they figured out they lived next door together, and it was like around the Christmas arc. And she told her about the, like, I think it was like when the dude had got her the gift and he thought she was dating the other guy, and then she straight up told him, she was like, all that matters is if you're in love. It doesn't have to be anybody specific. So she was like, I'm gonna stick with you till you find a girlfriend. So she has a flashback to that moment when she's thinking about when she said that. So she's just like, well, as long as you end up with somebody, then it doesn't matter. So I'm
but
like,
you see, but from going that, because I think in this arc, didn't she also say that, like, we're gonna keep this going? Like, again, it's like she kind of changes her reasons slightly every single arc.
right,
Like, it's like the reasons for why she's staying with this nigga she's like prolonging it.
right.
She herself is prolonging it, and it's like the more she gets to know the family and stuff like that, it's more like she's like growing her own attachment to the family, and she don't want to detach herself from it. So she keeps finding a new reason to continue this fake relationship. At first, it was like, we're doing it because our grandparents, you know.
Right.
Now it becomes, we're doing it because until you find a girlfriend, and now it's like, I'm doing it because it kind of makes your grandmother happy. And like, I kind of want to keep going with like making everybody happy and stuff like that. So it's like, when is it going to be the point where it's like, I'm doing it because I actually like you? When is it going to do that? When is she going to do this?
100 chapters down the road. That's it.
Oh yeah, the one piece of romance. You right, my fault. Like, what am I talking about? We got like another 200 chapters with the way this shit going and stuff like that. Because this is part, what, 23 of the arc, bro? I'm like, bro,
yeah.
Come on, dog.
And that's the crazy part, because I'm sitting up here, I'm like, she is making a bunch of excuses to why she can't just admit that shit. But my thing is, is like maybe she's just scared of being alone. Cause she doesn't have nobody. No brothers, no sisters. Like, I mean, she got them 2 friends at school, but she's barely with the bitches. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she's only with them when it's like convenient for the plot, right?
Like, literally, the only people she's around with is literally Kaguya and whoever Kaguya brings along.
Right. And that's what I was getting ready to say. Like, technically, like, even though they rivals, like, Ruka, Mommy, and the little redhead chick, even though she's not there.
Like, Sumi would be the only friend like that's not trying to fuck the nigga that she's with.
Right.
And that's loosely said because again, Sumi has shown moments of like, damn, this nigga kind of legit.
Yeah.
Like,
and so
she's from
like, no, honestly, bro, like she ranks second on my list. Like, I ain't even gonna hold you. Like Ruka last. I don't give a fuck with nobody in the comments say Ruka. I cannot stand that bitch. Like, we gonna get to that topic.
At this point, I can't stand Ruka.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a whole nother animal, like, in her. But I do know this, like, I think she's scared of being alone, which is why a theory that I had before we started doing these videos was not even a theory, like, just a good point. Everybody wants the confession to happen now. Not only do I know it's not going to happen now, I don't think it should for multiple reasons. And one being is think about a time when you wanted to tell somebody something and you knew that if you did it, it was the wrong time and everything was going to fall apart. Right now, it's not the time, which is why they keep getting stopped, because I think on Kazuya's end, I think he really does care. Two things can be true. Like, I think he really does care about her, but I think he's only doing it so he doesn't get caught. Like, that's the reason why he has this courage. So it's like a double-edged sword, because I am impressed with his character growth. I am. Anybody that disagrees with that, like, you're crazy. He is not the same dude that he was, even by the way that he stepped to Mommy. Like, he came like, look, like, don't fuck with her, fuck with me. Like, if you got anything you gotta say.
Like,
so
out of all the people you have an issue with, obviously you got an issue with me.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. Before this arc and the other arcs beforehand, that nigga would have never done something like that.
Hell no.
He would have never done something like that. So the character progression has been phenomenal for this nigga. Yeah. He actually is like stepping up and being a man and stuff like that. He's and then he's coming into terms with what he actually feels. Because now he actually knows he loves Chizuru. Like, he knows that he loves Chizuru. He's still not aware of, like, if he, like, confesses to her right now, it'd still be kind of shaky and, like, bad, considering it's like, I mean, we got all these secrets and stuff like that. So in this arc, it's a good arc if things do get exposed. Because once it's exposed, all this shit, all these burdens and stuff like that, they're gone. Everybody knows it already. So they have no more obligation. So everything he does after that is strictly just because he wants to do it. And that's what Chizuru needs to know the most right now. She's thinking everything is done out of obligation. She doesn't know everything is done because he simply wants to do it. So if everything is exposed and he doesn't bitch out, which again, I think that's why Kiba's there, because Kiba's going to keep him from bitching out. And he's going to be like, look, like, everything I do from now on is strictly because as your friend or as the person that loves you, I want to do this stuff. Right. And that's what she needs to hear right now. And like, that's the reason why I know that confession's not coming, bro. It can't. Cause it's like if they did it now, it's both outcomes now would be, it would I'm not gonna go as far as some extremists to say it's gonna ruin the plot. I'm not gonna go that far, but what I will say is it's gonna be doing the fans a disservice, because one person did it out of fear and the other person didn't. She's not in control of her emotions. So I think think about how she's treating the Mommy situation. She can't even tell him a simple conversation about his ex-girlfriend, thinking that it's gonna hurt him. What do you think she's gonna do if he confesses? She's gonna be so terrified to say no, she's gonna say yes. You know what I mean? And then their relationship is eventually be like, nah, I really shouldn't have done that. Right. And then it's like, then they go their separate ways. So, like, I think what's going to happen is, well, we can do predictions later. We'll do predictions later. But we'll talk about what we do know. Kiba is going to be his tough love. Like
like from a standpoint, they might actually fight again. Because remember when he punched him in the face, because he was like, dude, like, you got the world in your hands right now, and you bullshitting over mommy. Like, he was like, think about what happened, but between you two. So, like, I think that, and it is another thing too with Chizuru, because she does have her moments that piss me off, because she wants Kazi to be so honest with her, but she's not
honest herself.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm not necessarily gonna call her a liar, but like, I'm not even gonna hold you, like, when she even sat down, cause the thing about it is, like, Mamie wasn't going as hard as she did the first time she met Chizuru on Kazuya, but she was still talking shit. And it was,
and that's what be bugging me too, because she lets mommy talk all this shit. Now I'm thinking it's like the best way. I'm like, I can't really get mad at her, like, for letting like, I can't really get mad at her for that,
right?
Because if she reacts too strongly, it's gonna make mommy be like, oh, I struck a nerve. Oh, there's something more to this. What are you not telling? You see what I mean?
Right.
So she always chooses. Chizuru always chooses silence and selects the answers to mommy, because every answer that she gives mommy is like a dance around the entire subject and dancing around the issue. And so she's like treating mommy as like this explosive fucking bomb that can be set off at any moment, and she's like picking the wires bit by bit, trying to like not set this bomb off, but at the same time not stopping the ticket, not stopping the bomb in general. And now she's going from like dancing around it to, okay, now I gotta stop this bitch. Like, I got to stop her. Like,
and I guess fast. That's what's pissing me off, because it's like she's getting her cake and eating it too. If you're cool, if you're gonna say you don't want to reveal your hand to somebody as conniving as her, cool, I'm with that. But as soon as you leave that restaurant, Kazuya should have been contacted. You feel what I'm saying? Because now this is the reason why she's stuck now. You know what I'm saying? And she's saying that she's doing it for his feelings, but it's like the look that she gives when she's asking, does he, like, her eyes kind of look watery. Like, she's kind of hurt by that fact. And I can't, I'm assuming you can't really say she's hurt by the fact because it's him, or, because she loves him, because she hasn't expressed that yet. So we can only speculate that. What we do know is she cares about his feelings. So that's probably why she's looking like that. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't be in this predicament had you had said something. So when I read those chapters, when she was just like, oh, he's a scumbag, he's this, and he's controlling you, and he's, all this stuff like that.
Yeah, it's like, you see them chapters, and it's like, okay, like you can't get mad now, because back then you had the perfect opportunity to be like, hey, bitch, shut up.
Yeah, like, because
or you could have had the perfect opportunity to be like, oh, okay, cool, and then let old dude know, hey, look, mommy not really it. I'm telling you, something wrong with her.
Yeah,
she could have been to this. So now she said, like you said, she set herself up for what Kazuya had answered. Because Kazuya doesn't think mommy is a bad person. So, and then what also makes me get upset about this is that, like, when Kazuya told mommy, not told mommy, but told Chizuru what all mommy had said and what all was going on and stuff like that, it felt like she was like, so she was like, oh, no, that's not the truth at all. But instead of exposing it, she's like, I will keep my mouth shut. And I'm like, okay, I get it. You did it for the sake of his feelings. But at the same time, it's like, she been doing this shit for months. You should have done. You should have told the nigga, the month of her when all this shit started.
Yep.
Cause like it would have saved so much of the this anguish and stuff like this incoming anguish and pain that's about to happen and stuff like that. Cause eventually the truth of mommy and how she really feels is gonna come out. Kazuya's gonna get hurt. The truth of the situation and stuff like that about the relationship is gonna come out. Now Kazuya hurt his family and stuff like that. His grandparents are hurt. That's one that hurt him even more.
Right.
Because it's like, damn, I've been lying to these niggas for so long. Now it's like, then it becomes a situation of like, okay, the Ruka situation, their relationship with Ruka and stuff like that. That's gonna hurt his other friend, which is gonna hurt him more because as you see, he's doing everything to keep everybody happy.
That shit happy.
If that's all tore down and stuff like that, that nigga's going to be a fucking wreck.
Oh, he's gonna be. Separation arc is on the way.
Right.
The separation,
it's about to be bad.
The
it's about to be
separation
really
arc
bad.
is definitely on the way. These niggas is about to stop fucking with each other for like at least 20 chapters. Like, I think, okay, this is just me. Okay, well, let's talk about Ruka, then we can do the predictions at the end. So now we're gonna move into the most hated part of this fucking story. In my fucking opinion, I can't stand this bitch. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro, because her motives, like, and that's the reason why I don't understand people that ship the Kazuya Rukia relationship. I wouldn't mind it. Like, I don't usually pick a girl in the harem or whatever you want to call this type of story. I usually let the personalities and the reasons for liking the main character dictate who I want to see them end up with. Chizuru, she's still learning. That's why she's interesting. Mommy, you're still learning. That's why you're still interested. Hell, you're not even learning about what's the redhead girl? Was it Sumi? Sumi. You're not even learning about Sumi, but I'm more interested in that, the Ruka, because you already know why. She just makes his heart beat faster. Her heart beat faster, excuse me. That's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there is no more motivation. Like, her motivation, she only has two motivations. Like, how to increase that heart rate, because she actually equivalates that to love. Don't see how. Doesn't make sense. You know what I'm saying? And then the second... I mean,
because of her whole condition, but go on.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the second is not letting Mizuhara win. Because she even had that one thing when they were working at the shop together. She's just like, okay, I'm behind, but as long as I give my all and like give a good fight, she just can't have them for free. Like, that's it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so there's not really no, like, I don't care about anything else with her. Like, cause she just screams roadblock. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, at least with Mommy, it's like damn, like every 20 chapters, I'm like, oh, she's still feeling the boy. Then the other chapters, I'm like, damn, she can't stand his guts. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
at least you get a situation of like, okay, Mommy is a situation of like, okay, this character is like, I'm confused. She does stuff for the story and stuff like that. She does stuff for the relationship. She does a lot for the like everything that's going on. Ruka, at this point, get this bitch out the fucking way. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done seeing it. I'm done seeing it because, like, okay, and then, like, literally just roadblock to the fucking relationship and stuff like that. Because, like, that whole condom situation. I'm like, bitch. Why? Why would you like? She threw that, bro. She walked up and threw that shit on the table and said, "We fucked." Like, looked her in the eye and said, "Oh, you're done."
I said, bro, I see that shit. I said, all right, Chizuru. I said, you better not believe this shit. And then she was like, that bitch lying. But what if she she did the.
That
bitch lying, like.
What is she not lying?
Yeah, I said up there like, no. I said, if we didn't have enough confusion in this bitch already, like, and so then like, I was so glad in 207 or was it 206 when
I think it was at the beginning of this arc or something. Like, no, it was at the beginning. It was like around the middle.
It was like 4 chapters ago.
When she found out, cause she was like, so about that, and he looked at her like, no,
yeah, that nigga said,
no, I don't know what the fuck she.
He was like, no, he was like, nah, nigga, like that shit didn't happen. But and that's another thing too, like a testament to Kazuya's character development. It took him like literally 2 seconds to catch on. Like, cause remember he was like, yo, what did you do? You know what I'm saying? And then that's when she tried to do the whole, and that's another thing she do. I can't stand the whole, oh, Kazuya, like, tell her this, and I'm like, bitch, get off him. Like, you know what I'm saying?
She really tried to force it onto him to be like, oh, tell her how much you like me and stuff like that. He's like, bitch, what the fuck is you talking about?
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's making Kazuya look like a bad guy because it's like, he has to do that type of shit to her, but she's really like, and then I wouldn't even mind it because in every harem you have a girl that is the overzealous, like bubbly, do too much type. It's fine. Like, but they don't be doing the shit that she be doing. Like
they don't do no shiesty try to make a scenario out of nothing type shit basically. Yeah. And that's the problem with Ruka. She's always trying to make something out of nothing, and she's always trying to turn it like again the condom situation. Yeah, that nigga has condoms. So fucking what? You know what I mean? But she saw that opportunity of I'm going to like manipulate the situation to make it to where Chizuru don't want nothing to do with this nigga. So once Chizuru, cause like she tried to make Chizuru drop this nigga off, so she could slide up in. Right. That's literally all she did. And like I get it, all's fair in love and war, but come on now, like you can't, like I can't. Like she that just shows how much she really likes this nigga. But at the same time, come on, have some class. Come on,
because then it goes back to the Kazuya and Chizuru situation we just mentioned earlier. Like their relationship is gonna start on false pretenses, so it's gonna fall apart. Same thing with Kazuya and Rukia. Had that would have worked, it would have started on a lie. What do you think he was gonna do the moment he found out that she did that? Their relationship
would have been a situation like why the hell would you do something like that? Yeah. Like,
so it's like she's not thinking, like everything that she does makes zero fucking sense. And then it's like usually in these type of stories, like the characters let their resume speak for itself. Out of all these chapters, you've built this much rapport with the main character, whether it be a female or male. You've built this much rapport, and it's like your resume is gonna have to speak for itself. She doesn't do that. She's not even trying to build a fucking resume. It's just anything Chizuru does, she's like, I can do it better. Like, I can be the better granddaughter, going to talk to his grandmother and saying like, well, what if it was somebody else? There's a gotta be her. There's, you know what I mean? Like, and what would you like asking things about the perfect girl so she can alternate her personality to do that to the grandma. Like that shit is whack. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it's just like, then on top of that, she can't take a hint. Like, if he really cared about you, like he's already in a relationship with you, he would just forget her. You already know he loves her. Like, you know what I'm saying? She's the only one that truly knows how Kazuya feels about her. Kiba, like, he expects he knows, but he doesn't really know because he doesn't know the full situation. So she knows, and it's like you're doing everything in your power to tear that down and get him to look at you, which is fine. It's just the way that you're going about it. Like, you're not letting it happen naturally. You're basically a less smarter version of mommy, and I guess that's why it pisses me off, because at least mommy is good at what she does. Rukia isn't. All her plans done back.
But again, Ruka is a child. Like, I mean, she's childish. Like, she's just straight up is like, it's been stated multiple times, she's a very childish, playful person, stuff like that. But what I'm glad to see is that like this nigga that this skinny ass rat ass nigga, bro. I'm glad he doing something. But like again, like
he might actually save the
day. Cause she going straight up tell this nigga like, I don't like you. If anything, I like somebody else entirely. And he going to demand, and the way he's being so forward about it, he's like, who do you like? Who would you like? And then like in a moment, she probably, Ruka's too childish, too dumb, and she going to just say Kazuya's name.
Right.
And or if she's going to leave, she's going to say something, or basically what I'm thinking is something going to happen in this chapter that's going to make her be like, run over to Kazuya's side. That nigga, that rat nigga going to see it, and he going to be like, oh, okay.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking about to happen. He's gonna have a moment.
I also think too. I think him and Rukia actually end up together.
It's shaping up to be like that. Like I can see the ending where they're not really together, but they're together. Like they spend a lot more time with each other, like kind of developing a relationship, but they're not really in a relationship. Together, I think, hey, you. Part 2 of Rent a Girlfriend, nigga. Part 2, them couple, something like that.
Yeah, I would. I don't know if I read that because Ruka be the main.
I mean, I don't like the rat nigga. Like his design. Like, I'm gonna keep it a stack with you. Like, Ruka's cool and all that stuff like that. Her personality is and stuff like that. But I don't think I can be able to look at the main character and look like a fucking rat every chapter. Right. With them little like long bug ass teeth and like all that shit. Like, come on now.
And then I forgot too. Another reason why her love for Kazuya makes no sense. Remember the arc when him and the rat dude met up to take the girls on a double date, And that's the time that they both find out that they're both rentals because of the way both of them are looking at each other. And the girls already knew because they work for the same agency. You remember that? Okay. Do you remember the conversation? Shit, hold on. I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah. Do you remember the conversation that they had while they were there when they're talking and she follows Kazuya to the station and they're talking and she says, and she confesses like that she actually cares about him or whatnot. And he's like, oh, but you're with my friend, da, 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 da. And the reason that she gave him was so fucking stupid. Like, at that moment, I was just like, what? Like, she was like, anybody that would jump off a boat to save someone who's not their real girlfriend, I don't, like, she said something along the lines of that, like, I don't see how you couldn't be in love with them. Talking about how Kizaru doesn't share those feelings for Kazuya. So she fell in love with him because of what her friend, the rat dude told her. He was like, yo, Kazuya actually jumped off a boat and gave her CPR and saved her from drowning. And ever since then, she was fucking smitten. And I'm like, how do you fall in love with a nigga off what he did for another bitch? Like, that makes no sense.
I think it plays into the aspect of like, what's that shit called? Because when they first met, it like he had like, you know, hidden her away, like when Kazuya and like her were just talking and stuff like that, and then she was like, hold on, like you got to explain all of this and stuff like that. Because I think, but prior to that, he had made her heart race and stuff like that. And then when they hid under that table and stuff like that, he made her heart race even more. So she's sitting here like, I give her the benefit of the doubt with that, because it's like nobody in the planet, even her own parents, didn't make her heart beat like that. She has a slow heart rate for a reason. She's supposed to be like like she at one point thought she was like unfeeling.
Right.
And then now she's over here like, this dude is making me flush, blush, and all this other crazy shit that I've never experienced before in my life.
Right.
And then now spin it back. Now she learns more about the dude and learns that he's a great guy. Come on now. I'll give her the benefit of the doubt on that one. For me, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt.
I guess, but it's just like so the cherry on top was like, because there's no guarantee he would do that for you.
Mm-hmm.
You feel what I'm saying? So that, like, I understand what you're saying. Like, when you put it all into perspective like that actually, that you could let her slide for that. You feel what I'm saying? But like I'm just looking at it like so the shit that made you attempt this was like what you heard he did for another chick, and it's just like,
come on, like, yeah, I'm looking at like, come on now, you because
I would never enter a relationship thinking like, yo, I'm gonna talk to her because this dude told me what she did for him.
Right,
like you feel what I'm saying? Like, no,
yeah, she gave me like $2,000 and stuff like that. She knew I was struggling and stuff like that. She gave me some money to help me out and stuff like that. Yeah. I'm like, cool. Why the fuck would you think that you gotta like? Come on now, like that. Yeah. She knows this nigga.
Right.
In the case with Kazuya, he knows her. Like, they have history built and stuff like that. Like, even though they're not dating and they on bad terms and stuff like that, if somebody you built up so much stuff, like a foundation with, you see them in danger, anybody, unless you a cold-hearted bastard or they really fucked you up and like, I'm gonna give you the pass on it, like, would jump in and help that person as best as they could.
Right. So that's like, why I was sitting up there like, yeah, like, it makes sense, but to me, it's just like, she's playing in dangerous waters. I'm not gonna say she played herself. That's what I was gonna say, because technically we don't know how this is gonna end. But she's playing in dangerous waters because she's gonna end up getting let down because he did that. But it's also something I think he would have did for a lot of people. But it's no guarantee. Like it's not no guarantee. So it's like you basically gave up your whole job of being a rental to try to pursue somebody that's already trying to pursue somebody else. Because at that moment, that should have told her that how he strongly felt about her to jump in and save a rental. You know what I'm saying? Like, that should have go ahead and
let her know, like, oh damn, well, I mean, there ain't nothing I can do with that.
Right, you feel what I'm saying? So it's just like you got to read the fucking writing on the wall, and she's not doing that. And that's the reason why I don't really like her character. Is just so fucking nerve-wracking. Like, it's not even the fact, because you're supposed to have a rival. You know what I'm saying? But like, she's not even really being a rival right now.
Yeah, like this is the one series I can say like the rival characters, like the one that is like literally the main rival. She don't do nothing. She really don't do nothing for the series in general and stuff like that. She's interesting. At first she was interesting. At first she was doing shit, but now it's like she overstayed her role.
Right.
Like she's not actively doing something, so she's just there. But aside from that, I mean, I guess we move on to the predictions. I mean, I guess we move on to what we think about to happen, my nigga.
So next chapter predictions. Oh shoot! I'm not gonna do end of the series because because if we do end of the series, we ain't gonna have nothing to talk about next video.
I don't know. Look.
Oh, we can do one prediction apiece.
Okay, I'm gonna do what I think might happen next chapter. Next chapter, there's so much. Well, that chapter is going to be the Ruka rat nigga chapter. 100%. I believe it's going to be the Ruka rat nigga chapter.
Okay.
100%.
For me,
that's as much as I think.
For me, okay. So I won't go into too deep of spoilers either. But for me, next chapter, I think it's gonna be you're gonna get a couple panels of them, but I think it's gonna be the beginning of mommy and grandma's conversation.
I can see it ended off on the start of that conversation.
Yeah, I think one or the other. Because I don't think we get much Chizuru next chapter. Even though we didn't get a lot of her this chapter. We got like 3 panels. And I think the dirt starts to hit the fan. I actually think we might even get a little bit of blackmail next chapter. I think Rat Dude gonna be like, look.
Cut the shit.
Yeah,
cut that out.
So, hey, man, look. My name is LukeAinsworthTN. YouTube is LukeAinsworthTN. Twitter, LukeAinsworthTN. Instagram, LukeAinsworthTN. And my Twitch is LukeAinsworthTN. This is my co-host, Kid. X-Star, go ahead and tell them your socials, man.
Shit, Twitch, Kid, 2Ds, X-Star. Twitter, KidStar, 1D, 0223 at the end of that. YouTube also is Kid Star, same as the Twitch. And yeah, that's my. I had fun, bro. We're gonna have some more of these videos, stuff like
definitely.
that.
We're not just gonna do Rent a Girlfriend, y'all. We're gonna do One Piece. We're gonna do anime reviews too. We're gonna try to get movies in also. So I'm gonna actually. It's funny because a couple series I call garbage. I'm gonna go back and watch, and then give an honest review. Yeah, I'm gonna give an honest review. I'm gonna watch the whole thing, and then I'm gonna just do a whole honest review. So we're gonna do that. But so we're gonna end here. Appreciate that. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm gonna send this video to YouTube, kids, so you can post it on your channel.
My channel.
Yeah.
Also, one last thing before you end and stuff like that. If y'all in the comments, like if somebody that watched the video and y'all in the comments want to suggest a series for us to get into and review, by all means, go ahead and do that.
Yeah.
I can like if we don't review it here, one of us will review it and put it on our channel somewhere.
Yeah.
Like I need shit to review, so like go ahead.
We're open to anything. Horror. It doesn't matter. Anything that you want people want
except
us to
horror.
talk about.
I don't know what the fuck that nigga talking about. I'm a biggity bitch. I can't handle horror, bro.
Look,
I
video games, all that, man. Anything you want to see us talk about, like just hit us up. Music. I'm a fucking music fanatic, so
he a Memphis nigga, bro. So you already know what he gonna be on. That look, I'm just saying, like he put that album back in November. Just saying,
dog. You need to put the shit out now, bro, and let me hear it. So, all right, man, y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all next time.